All right. What's up, everybody? How is everyone doing here this fine evening? I feel like there's a tornado outside my house, but other than that, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. What's going on, guys? I hope you all had an enjoyable, relaxing, fun weekend and are ready to get down to business and make some money this week because we have a big week coming up. We've got NIO earnings on Tuesday. And with the way that the electric vehicle stocks have been trading these last couple of days, a couple of weeks, really, it will be on every trader's front center focal point this week. It will absolutely be my front and center focal point. And then we also have a lot of the big cannabis stocks that are also announcing earnings this week. So we have an action-packed week full of earnings, and that means an action-packed week full of earnings potential for us as traders. Guys, welcome. My name is Michael Edward, head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know me, I started my trading career working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed just under $500 million. And while there, I went through a vigorous training program before the fund let me touch a dollar of their money. That is where I learned how to trade. And I have since simplified that education. I've created the TTG curriculum where I teach all of my members, my family members here that are part of the TTG community, how to become consistently profitable traders. You do not need a Wall Street experience or fancy Ivy League education to do so. Guys, we are streaming live right now on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Okay, if you guys are brand new to the channel, this is your first time joining us, you want to subscribe to the channel, make sure that you guys never miss one of my live streams. You want to turn on those notifications, click that notification bell with your mouse, because I'm always doing live Q&As, trade ideas, trade recaps. I'm always providing you guys with technical lessons, mental lessons when it comes to trading stocks, options, swing trade, day trade, small caps, mid caps, large caps, ETFs, you name it, we trade it. All right, so welcome everyone. If this is your first time joining us, you are in for a real treat. But if you are one of my TTG faithful, what's up? My TTG fam is in full effect. We got McCahill, Sean Miller's in the house, Kevin Barnhart, 2% a day keeps the job away. This too shall pass. Rhonda, how are you? Franny Fran Witten, Ohanis, Scott Berry, Maestro Cam, Lajos Farkas, Buffy the Small Cap Slayer, Jamie, Leslie, Frankie, Mike Duraco, Renzo, Eddie, Andrew, Fire and Ice, Massimo. What's up, guys? Man, you guys are typing so fast, I can't even keep up. Tony Williams, Jason P, Zach, Guillermo, JD Seafoods in the house, David Padilla, my boy, James Earl Scones, what's good? Angel Torres, Hardcore Raider, let's go them Raiders. Chef Daddy Florida, what's good, everyone? Ray Morales, Rui, COVID Steve's here, Megan, J Money. Ooh, my TG fam, we were in full effect here tonight, Sunday nights. I love it. I love it. I love looking for, man, I look forward to these, man. I really do. I love you guys. I look forward to hanging out with you guys. Like, I feel like sometimes now when I do these live streams, I'm just coming to hang out. You know, it's like, I'm just going to come to hang out with you guys. I want to say what's up. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. So like I said, I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. We've got a great live stream here in store for you guys today. We're going to talk about NIO earnings. We're going to talk about cannabis earnings. Markets, futures gapping up. We're a little mixed right now on futures, but futures are gapping up here nice. On the S&P, we're up. Last I checked, like 0.7, maybe almost 0.75 of a percentage point. Last I checked on the S&P as we had a strong day on Friday, and that day giving you some follow through and some continuation here in the overnight futures market. And we'll see if that gap up holds going into tomorrow morning as COVID cases continue to spike and you're having some individual municipalities and states that are putting restrictions back on schools closing. I know in New Jersey and New York, restaurants now have to close at 10 o'clock. It was 12 o'clock. Now it's 10 o'clock. But that's where we're at here now. Yes, the Giants did win. Oddly enough, the Giants did win today, which doesn't happen often. So you got to really let this one sink in. got to enjoy this one while we still can. All right. So guys, listen up. We're going to start off this live stream same way that we do every live stream. First, guys, go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. My Twitter handle handle is right there at the bottom of my screen. It is at Mike Edward _ TTG. You guys want to give me a follow on Twitter? I'm always posting cool stuff on Twitter, recaps, trade ideas. Sometimes I'll post like an alert out there, like a trade, a swing trade or something that I'm buying. So you guys want to always make sure that you guys follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is right there at the bottom of your screen, at Mike Edward _ TTG. All right, so go ahead there, guys. Give me a follow on Twitter. So, like I said, we're going to start off this live stream same way that we do every live stream. We're going to give some time for people to join us here tonight, and I'm going to start things off with a blanket Q&A. Same way I start off all my live streams, guys. You guys should know that by now. So I'm going to spend some time here, maybe 30, 40 minutes or so. We're going to go over a nice little Q&A session. So you guys fire away. Camara Valkos, what's up, fam? I see you. What's going on? How are you? This too shall pass. Says Mike, did you hear something about the Moderna having a better vaccine than Pfizer? Apparently it needs less temperature control and it's got better accuracy on Rona. I don't know anything about the accuracy yet. 90% efficacy from Pfizer is going to be tough to beat. But Moderna, I believe, is a one-shot vaccine. Pfizer, I believe, is 2. Guys, when all is said and done, we're going to have multiple vaccines. There will be there's probably going to be like 3 different vaccines. You'll probably have Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and like Moderna. You're probably going to have 3 different vaccines. That you guys could eventually, that I think will be out there available to the public. So, I mean, I have no idea which one is going to be better than the other. And I don't think anybody really knows. We're not going to really know which one's better until we actually get the vaccine and you start to see which one was more effective once you're talking about millions of people getting them. I mean, I have no idea which one's going to be better. Mike, what do you think? NIO up or down on earnings? I think down. Yo, what up? Nah, we're going to talk more about that, though, guys. Listen, NIO, we're going to talk a lot more about that. We're going to talk about the NIO earnings when we get into the weekly outlook that we're going to talk about, because it's going to be one of my main focuses coming into this week. I talked to you guys last week on my live stream. I told you guys Thursday night that I was going to be shorting EV stocks on Friday. Friday, we shorted them. We absolutely crushed them. Major pullbacks on all those EV names on Friday. Now, coming into the day here, coming into tomorrow, Monday, you may see a little bit of a bounce back in those EV names. Then NIO reports earnings on Tuesday. Then I'm looking for a major sell-off in the EV names again. I'm going to short them again. We're going to talk to you guys about that later on this live. I'm going to go over that's going to be part of my weekly outlook and part of my weekly game plan. All right. So we're going to be diving into that. Frank Sabara says, Mike, can you look at PDD? Do you think it's overextended? PDD had that huge move, man. Talk about day 2. Talk about the day 2 move. That earnings gap up really did nothing. The stock just basically traded sideways, and then you had the big follow-through day on day 2. Do I think it's extended? Yes. Yes, I do. I think that this massive day that the stock had on Friday, I think needs to digest and consolidate. And I think, could it go higher? Yeah, this thing could, go up there and tap 160 or 155, 158, something like that, and then kind of pull back and kind of settle in the 140s, 150s. I just think that, I wouldn't be a buyer of the stock up there. I always wait for pullbacks. You guys know that that's my style. I don't chase stocks higher. This stock is up 52% in 3 days. For a $100 stock to be up 52% in 3 days is pretty crazy. So that's in my opinion, I'm sorry, that's extended. And I would wait for that stock to settle back in, pull back in, maybe test that gap or something before I would look to try to get long. Jay Skrillin says, Mike, do you focus on candlestick patterns at all, or mainly just indicators like VWAP volume, EMAs? I do focus on candlestick patterns. Absolutely. I do focus on candlestick patterns. Absolutely. My technical analysis, Jay Skrillin, my technical analysis is a combination of candlestick charting, chart patterns, and technical indicators. I'm a traditional day trader. I also do swing trade. But my technical analysis really stems from understanding how multiple indicators is understanding how multiple indicators, like how they act with one another, okay, and what it means when you have 3 or 4 indicators that are all giving you the same signal versus relying specifically or relying too heavily on 1 or 2 indicators. So I do use candlestick patterns as well in my technical analysis, yes. Kuntal asks me about what do I think about NVIDIA's earnings play. Any thoughts? Listen, man, I don't trade stocks into their earnings, so I don't buy positions looking for, an earnings play, because it's a complete coin flip. I'm not going to buy NVIDIA or short NVIDIA going into earnings because I think they're going to hit or miss. You have absolutely no idea if they're going to beat earnings, miss earnings, if they're going to guide higher, if they're going to guide lower, if they're going to provide no guidance. You have absolutely no idea how that stock is going to react. It's a total coin flip. I don't like putting myself in coin flip situations. Now, if you're talking about long-term investing, I hold through all my earnings, all earnings on my long-term portfolios. That's because I'm holding these stocks for several years. But when it comes to my active trading, I'm not getting positions, going into earnings prints, because I have no advantage at that point. I have absolutely no advantage. It's a total coin flip. Okay, earnings can be good, they can be bad, guidance can be good, guidance can be bad, the stock can go up, stock can go down, and you are completely removing your advantage. My advantage as a trader is to be able to look at a setup and say that there's maybe a 70 or 75% probability that based on the quality of this setup, that the stock is going to continue higher after this setup. And that's my advantage as a trader. If you start buying earnings plays because you think a stock's going to beat earnings, you're removing that advantage. And you're just, because technical analysis means nothing when a stock reports earnings and you have a fundamental catalyst like that. So it doesn't matter how good the setup is. If the fundamental catalyst is the opposite direction of whatever the analysis was, that technical analysis will be broken down and it will mean nothing. Fundamentals trump technicals all day long. So you're removing your advantage if you're buying positions just going into earnings. So I don't, and to date, my biggest loss ever was on an earnings play. So, I don't trade, I don't position myself going into earnings. I just think it's a total coin flip. Yo, what's up, Judy? I just saw you. Ayo. Yes, Joel, my biggest loss was a short. Yes. It was on Baidu, actually. Many, many, many years ago. Where do we post our watch list? Our watch list is posted on the member dashboard. The watch list is posted on the member dashboard on our website between 8:30 a.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Eastern every single morning. Our watch list gets posted there. Jack Jones on Facebook, are you still looking at long UNG calls? I'm still looking. I think natural gas just gapped down huge. We're way below $3. So that trade is still on my watch list, but we have so much time for that trade to unfold. And I really don't think that until I think UNG has to get over $13 for that trade to really trigger. We're way far away from that level. So I have no position on UNG just yet. UNG has been getting really beaten down. If you want to try to initiate the start of that trade at a really cheap price before it gets cold out, you can. You're probably going to eat some decay on time with that, though. I mean, you probably still have some time before things get really cold. So, natural gas can go lower, but, that's a trade idea that I think would pan out over the next 4 to 5 months. But we'll have to maybe about 4 months, 3 to 4 months. But I don't have a position in it yet. Ryan Trades, do you think, asking me from Twitter, do you think True Leave has run too much? I mean, listen, I think that I think they all have more room to go. I think all the the U.S. cannabis companies, I think all the U.S. cannabis companies, True Leave, TerraSen, Green Thumb, Cresco Labs, Curaleaf. I think they all have more room to run. And we have a slew of earnings that's coming out on them here this week. I'm going to bring on I'm bringing on a guest here, guys. My THD fam, you all know him well. I'm bringing a guest on here later on this live stream to talk to you guys about those cannabis earnings, because there's a lot of people that have questions about those cannabis stocks. We went through the earnings from the Canadian cannabis companies, Tilray, Aurora, Kronos. We went through all of those earnings just the other week. Now it's the U.S. companies are on deck. And we'll talk about how we think that you guys can trade the U.S. company earnings plays. And I do think that we have a lot more room of upside. So I think that the Canadian companies were a sell the gap up type of play. We talked about that the other week when all those stocks started to run. Aurora was up like 50-60%. We were telling you guys to short them. But now we've got the US companies coming out, and the US companies are a completely different story. So I'm going to bring on a guest who is a cannabis expert later on this live stream, and probably the single best cannabis stock trader in the entire public market space. And that's not an exaggeration at all. His accuracy percentage on these cannabis companies is unheard of. It's in the 90s. His accuracy percentage on these cannabis plays is in the 90s. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. So I'm going to bring him on later on this live stream to talk to you guys about the cannabis company earnings. What's my outlook on the SPY tomorrow? I mean, I'm going to talk about that, guy, because we're going to get into the weekly outlook. So right now I'm just going to focus on just some general questions, but later on the live stream, I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about the cannabis stocks. We're going to talk about the overall markets, and I'm going to talk about NIO and the EV stocks. All right. Those are the main topics we're going to be discussing today. What's my view on Palantir? My view on Palantir was it got extremely overextended at $16, $17. I was begging people to take profits off the table when it went to $16, $17 before they announced earnings. They announced earnings. The stock pulled into $13, $14. I am still bullish on Palantir long term. All right. I am bullish on Palantir long term. I do like the company. Nice. Varun Rao, just joined your 7-day trial. I'm excited to be part of the group. Varun, welcome to the team, man. I hope you enjoy your 7-day trial. Is gold a buy? I think gold is a buy. I am bullish on gold. I think gold gets to 2,500 an ounce easy over the next 2 to 3 years. Oh, guys, everybody, we got to give a quick AO to Tom Gallant, guys. Tom Gallant is with his 9-year-old son, and he's watching this live stream right now, and he wants to be a trader. Tom Gallant's son, 9 years old, wants to be a trader. Start him young, Tom. Everybody on this live stream right now, I want all of you to give a big Ayo to Tom's 9-year-old son. One day, man, one day, not too far in the future, you're going to be a consistently profitable trader. Tom, way to go, man. Starting them off young. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. Meep XP says, so I'm a beginner. What does your 3-day trial offer? Like, what would tomorrow be like? I was going to talk about that. Just brief. I'm going to talk about it later in the live stream. Just briefly, our 3-day $3 trial gets you 7-day access to our dashboard, which gives you guys access to our stock profile tool, which allows you to download a PDF report about any company or any stock that you're interested in. Gives you our premium watch list. You're also going to get 3 sample courses that are 3 courses, multiple chapters, multiple lessons in each course, guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. You also get 3 days access into our trading chat room. You can use our Benzinga live news feed, our Squawk Box feature, our trade idea scanner, all of that. Also our trade history. You guys get access to all that stuff. So, but I'll get into that stuff a little bit later. Yes, it's for beginners. Yes. Oof. Wahid, any advice on my 470 Tesla call that expires on December 18th? Am I going to lose my $9,000 investment? Your 470 calls. Um, I don't know if you're going to know. I don't know if you're going to lose your entire investment. I mean, you don't have to lose your entire investment. You can sell that position before it expires so you don't lose your entire investment. Um, I mean, listen, Tesla is forming a very, very, very clear pennant pattern. Okay. It's forming a very clear wedge, pennant pattern. You got a lot of support down here in around the 350 range. The 100-day moving average is starting to work its way up. Um, I don't necessarily think that Tesla really starts to make a run up out of here. I think it's more likely that Tesla trades sideways for the next, couple months and maybe even drifts a little bit lower before eventually making a run higher. I am bullish on Tesla long term. I just don't know if you're going to get like this massive rally that takes Tesla over 500. Um, if you're concerned with your position, 470 is a long ways away. And there's a lot of resistance up there for you to break through 470. I mean, there's this 465 level is going to be tough resistance. 460 to 465, you'll see the last couple of times the stock has gotten up there, it's gotten rejected. Okay, it's gotten rejected the last couple of times. It's gotten up there, so you have a lot of resistance there. My advice to you would be if you're concerned about losing your $9,000 investment is if you do get Tesla makes its way back to the 420s, 430s, you're still going to be down on your position, but lighten your position so that you're not risking that entire $9,000. Would be my advice to you. No, I don't think. Will Tesla get a boost after the SpaceX launch? I'm really not sure. Like, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You know, like Tesla should not get a boost from a SpaceX launch. It should not. But you know, it's possible. It could just be kind of just over, just Elon Musk's excitement. You might get a little bit of a move higher, but can't wait. Help me see my first command. Nice, Richie, my man. Congrats, bro. Congrats, Richie. Will Walmart beat their earnings? Guys, again, these are complete coin flips. I don't trade stocks going into earnings. I do think Walmart's going to do well. I do think I'm very bullish on Walmart. I love Walmart. I love Walmart. I think it's a great stock to own. And I think Walmart is really focusing on the technology advancements. They're not just like a retailer. They remind me of Amazon. Like, honestly, like when Amazon, you guys forget Amazon started out as just a website that sold books, and look at what Amazon has become today. And that's because Amazon continuously evolved, and I see Walmart starting to evolve. Walmart was in the running for that TikTok acquisition. Like, Walmart is actively looking to evolve themselves to not just be, hey, come shop at our Walmart store. I love the management team. I love their direction. I love their innovation. I love their creativity, and I believe in Walmart long term. Are they going to beat earnings? I have no idea. Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea if they're going to beat their earnings or not. So, I don't, like I said, I don't trade these stocks going into earnings. What do I think of IIPR? I like IIPR a lot. Long-term investment. I like IIPR. It's my pleasure. This too shall pass. Says, thank you, Mike, for all you do. It's my pleasure. No, the SPY. We I have not really. I have not talked about the SPY yet, guys. I will. We have not talked about the SPY yet, but I will. We're going to talk about that in the weekly outlook. Right now, I'm just doing a Q&A. How do I think the U.S. automotive industry will do in the near future with all the great moves in the EV sector? Listen, do not get all your hopes up with the moves that you've seen in this EV sector. I would say probably more than half of those companies are not going to survive. I'm not sitting here ready to say that, XPEV and LI are the next GM and Ford. Okay. These are small companies that, we don't really know a lot about, and they have a lot to prove. I know the stocks have gone crazy, but it's a little too early to be saying that they're the next, Toyota and Ford. Now, obviously, as the electric vehicle market continues to grow, your main automotive companies like your Fords and GMs and et cetera are going to have to adapt and come out with competitive electric vehicle, lineups and they already are. You're already seeing a lot of these different brands are coming up with electric vehicle lineups. So, I'm not ready just to let's not get too ahead of ourselves just because these stocks, like LI and XPEV, just because these stocks went up for 1 week, let's not get too ahead of ourselves and start calling them the next Ford and GM, because you guys remember what happened when everyone called Luckin Coffee the next Starbucks. Wow, Tom, that's incredible. Tom says the TG education is worth 10 times as much as the membership. I was fortunate to start my day trading career with TTG. I've had only 2 red days in the last 6 weeks. TTG is the real deal. Wow, Tom, that's incredible, man. Only 2 red days in the last 6 weeks. That is absolutely incredible, Tom. Congratulations, man. Keep it up, bro. That's a hell of a streak. Keep it up. Hamida Rahman says, hey, Mike, how do you define your stop loss on option? Can you show us with an example, please? 2 different ways you guys can do stop losses when it comes to options. Neither one is right or wrong. There's pros and cons of each strategy. I'll explain to you guys the difference. So the way that you can use your stop loss on options can be to actually set your stop loss based on the price of the option. So if you guys buy an option contract at $2, you say I'm setting my stop loss at $1.70. That's just one example, right? You can set your stop loss based on the price of the option contract. Now, there's pros and cons of that. The pro is that you will know exactly what you're risking on the trade because you know exactly where you're stopping out. So, if you buy 10 contracts, 50 contracts, 100 contracts, and you stop out at 170, you know exactly how much money you're going to lose, okay, if you're wrong. The con of setting your stop loss based on the option price is that if your timing is off on the trade, even though the setup may still be intact, you can get stopped out of your position due to time decay. Okay. So let's say you buy a stock, you buy an option at, 10 o'clock in the morning. And the stock is just kind of consolidating, it's bouncing around, but it still hasn't broken above or below like a support or resistance level that is the pattern that you're looking at. You may get stopped out of that because of time decay on your option contract. Okay, so the pro of setting it based on the option price is you'll be able to control your risk to the penny. The con is you might get stopped out if your timing is just a little off. Then the other way for you guys to set stop losses, this is the way that I do my stop loss when it comes to trading options. And again, neither one of these is right or wrong. It's just personal preference. I'm going to explain to you guys the pros and cons of each. So I already told you the one. Now let me tell you how I do it. I don't want to get stopped out just because my timing is off. As long as the setup that I'm seeing in the underlying stock that the option represents, I want to be in that trade. So if I buy a put option on the SPY, for example, and I say, okay, I'm buying a 356 strike put option and my stop loss is if the SPY gets over 360. Okay, I'm just making up numbers. As long as the SPY is below that 360 level and the SPY is intact and the setup that I see is still there, I want to be in that trade. Okay, so what I will do is I don't set a stop loss based on the option price. I set a stop loss mentally based on when the SPY breaks above the 360 level. So if the SPY breaks above it, whether that happens in 10 minutes or in 4 hours, I'll exit the trade. Now, the pro of this of doing it that way is that if my timing's off, I'll still be in the trade and I'm not going to get stopped out just for being a little early to the trade. The con of this is that you can't exactly identify how much money you're going to lose if you're wrong, because if you get stopped out in 10 minutes or in 4 hours, you're going to lose a completely different amount of money because of time decay on the option. Or if you get stopped out, if it's a swing trade, if you get stopped out today versus getting stopped out in 4 or 5 days, completely different dollar amount that you're going to be losing because of time decay. So those are the two different ways that you can use stop losses when it comes to options. Like I said, there's pros and cons of each style, and each strategy. It's just personal preference, honestly, at that point. Yeah, guys, we're going to talk about NIO. We're going to talk about NIO later on this live stream. Jay Skrillin, good question, man. What do I think about Ford's investment in Rivian? I don't know enough about it, honestly. He said it kind of reminds me of Constellation investing in Canopy. I honestly don't know enough about it. So I really can't give too much of a. I really can't. I don't know enough about the investment. I don't know enough about the investment, so I really can't give my opinion or 2 cents on it. It is interesting, but I need to look more into it, to be completely honest with you. Peter Pie Morgan, what's up, man? First timer. Peter, welcome, man. Subscribe to the channel. It says, hey, Mike, first timer here, and I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. Do you use time frame continuity in your trading plan? Well, it depends on the trade setup that I'm going after. It depends on what my trade plan is. It depends on if I'm going after a day trade on one of these like real fast moving small caps, or am I going after a traditional day trade in like an overall market directional movement? Am I going after a swing trade? It really depends on it really depends on the type of trade that I'm going after. When it comes to time frames that I look at, like when it comes to the time frames I'm looking at, as far as my charts go, I use 3-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, hourly, daily, and weekly charts. Okay, if that helps kind of add to it as well. Buffy the small cap slayer, any small caps you're looking at tomorrow? No, there's no way for me to know what small caps I'm going to be looking at or trading tomorrow, because they haven't came out with news yet. So when small caps, you guys understand, like you can build your mid cap and large cap watch list daily, because the large caps are always being traded, right? You can follow Apple and Amazon, and you can follow AMD and Nvidia, and you can follow Zoom and Tesla and Square and Shopify, Lululemon. Like you can follow all of those companies and you can trade them as patterns and setups present themselves. But with small caps, you can't. Small caps, these stocks don't trade at all. They trade 100,000 shares on a normal day, and the stock will barely move because nobody cares about it's a garbage company. The stock's $2 a share for a reason. So nobody cares about it. But then the company comes out with a press release, the stock gaps up because it has a small float. All day traders flock to it because it's a leading gap around the day. And all of a sudden the stock trades 50 million shares. It's impossible for you to make the distinction to say, okay, that stock is on my watch list here today, because the company hasn't put out a press release yet. The stock has not gapped up yet. It has not lit up every day trader scanner. Every day trader is not flocking to it and trading it. So therefore, there's no way for you to say that stock's on my watch list. You won't know that until tomorrow morning. Another person, Tristan Cummins, asking me about Palantir. Yeah, I am bullish on Palantir. I am bullish, like long term. I'm bullish on Palantir long term. Oh yeah, please. Yeah, you guys want to stay away from holding on to those small caps. Please, please, please do not hold on to those small caps. Guys, when you see those small caps that like light up the board one day and they're up like 200%, please don't ever hold those stocks. Please don't ever hold those stocks. That's how you guys become bag holders. Don't think the stock's up 200% on the day because, Warren Buffett, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan are piling millions of dollars into the stock. That's not why they're up 200%. Please do not hold on to those stocks. You're going to get killed. Jay Skrillin, which companies are you bullish? I'm not doing it intentionally. Every time I look to the chat, Jay Skrillin, I just see your name. What companies are you bullish on the next year or two? Next year or two, I'm bullish on the gold. I'm bullish on gold companies. I'm bullish on the chip makers. Honestly, I'm still bullish on growth for the next 1 or 2 years. But I think that so again, let me start over. So chip makers, cloud computing, video game companies, actually I like a lot. And then I think, to balance out, because you're talking about all like high growth names, high growth tech names. And then it's a beautiful way to balance that out would be some gold stocks. I'm bullish on gold. I think gold's going to 2,500 an ounce at least. So I'm bullish on some gold stocks as well. So I think that a really nice like portfolio combination and portfolio hedge can look something like that. No, I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer, no. Yes, Varun Rao says, is the Benzinga Pro news stream available only inside the chat room? Yes, our Benzinga news feed is available in the chat room. Tristan Cummins, do you ever hold long-term call options, and how far out do you usually like? I don't usually do long-term call options, no. Like I don't own any leaps or anything like that. Barrick Gold, Newmont Mining. State Asbury was asking me some good gold stocks. Oh, how do I feel about Zynga? I haven't looked at Zynga in a while, honestly. I haven't looked at Zynga in a while. Jeremy, we're going to talk about NIO. I know you're like the 30th person that is at NIO. I keep seeing it out. Guys, we're going to talk about NIO on this live later. I'm just taking a couple of questions right now from some people. Just give time for people to just giving time for people to log on to the live. Yes, Joel Marshall. Absolutely, bro. So Joel Marshall says, Mike, when interest rates eventually head north, perhaps when inflation finally ramps up, could be years. Would you consider any long-term shorts? Yeah, I already am. So I'll tell you guys this right now. I'll kind of start to get towards the end of the session here. I'll tell you guys right now. So I have not sold a single share in my long-term portfolio for the last decade. Okay. I've only added to all of my positions whenever the markets have pulled in like more than 15%. I always add to my positions. And that's been the case for the last over the last 10 years. Have not sold a single share. And I'm still bullish. I'm still very bullish on the markets. I think we have a lot more room to the upside. I think the SPY could get to 4,000 before we eventually start to see another major sell-off, another major pullback. But I will tell you guys this. I've never sold my long-term portfolio. I'll tell you guys when I'm going to start to sell for the first time my long-term portfolio, and I'm going to start to put on some monster short positions on the overall market. I'm going to pull a lot of cash out. I'm up huge on my long-term. I mean, guys, I've been literally just for the last 10 years, every time the market's pulled in, I've just added. And my biggest holdings are Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Those are my biggest holdings. And I also have Qualcomm, AMD, Nvidia, Disney. I mean, you look at some of these stocks, what they've done. PayPal is another big holding that I have. So it's like when you look at what some of these stocks have done over the last 10 years, it's crazy. So I'm going to raise a lot of cash. I'm going to start to sell these stocks when inflation starts to get over 2%. When inflation starts to get over 2%, that is when you're going to have to start to, the Federal Reserve is going to have to start to think about raising interest rates to kind of stag inflation. Okay. With everything that took place with all the stimulus packages, all the addition to the money supply that you guys are seeing with COVID, and there's more coming. Obviously, we're going to get another stimulus package probably in February, maybe January, February. We'll probably get another stimulus package of maybe $2.5 trillion. So this stimulus is just ongoing. You're talking $10 trillion in stimulus and adding to the money supply. Once demand picks back up in the economy, which it will, once COVID is behind us and once the vaccine's out and everybody gets vaccinated and COVID's finally in the rearview mirror, massive demand is going to spark in the economy. Now, you can't have inflation without demand. Okay. Two things that really spark inflation is increasing oil prices and demand in the overall economy. And especially when you add to the money supply, like we've seen, okay. When you add to the money supply, like we've seen, that is when you guys can start to be looking at and start to think about, inflation starting to become a concern once demand picks up in the economy. Now, what's going to happen at that point, this is what I believe. I think once COVID is completely behind us, the market's going to go into a state of absolute euphoria. And what euphoria is nothing can stop the markets at this point. Everyone feels like, oh, we beat COVID, everything's great. Now there's nothing to stop us. The market just rallies to all-time highs, all-time highs, all-time highs. But meanwhile, inflation will start to tick its head higher. It's a double-edged sword because it's like, oh, great, the economy is kicking back on, demand. That's great, but that will also start to make inflation start to rise. Now, when inflation starts to rise, the Federal Reserve is going to have to raise interest rates in order to keep inflation under control. You can't let inflation run rampant. It can't go to 3%, 4%, 5%. You can't let inflation run hot like that. So they'll start to raise rates. What happened the last time the Federal Reserve tried to raise interest rates? I'll show you guys the last time the Federal Reserve tried to raise interest rates. And to do that, we have to go all the way back to December of 2018 to see the last time the Federal Reserve tried to raise interest rates. That was what happened when Fed Chairman Powell said, we're going to start to raise interest rates. Now, mind you, when he said we're going to start to raise interest rates, that was pre-COVID. That was into the face of a 4% unemployment economy, a fundamentally strong economy, and the market sold off 20% in the month of December alone. Bang, massive sell-off. Such a massive sell-off that Fed Chairman Powell actually had to say, never mind, we're not gonna raise rates anymore. And then actually went on to say, we're actually gonna cut rates. And what ensued was the massive bull market that was 2019. 2019 was an absolute incredible year for the stock market. And that was thanks to the Federal Reserve actually not just stop raising, but actually cutting interest rates again. Then you had COVID, okay? Then you had the COVID sell-off. Now, since the COVID sell-off, we've had insane amounts of stimulus that have taken us back up to all-time highs. Now, what happens when the Federal Reserve has to raise interest rates, okay, now this time around? Because now and I don't think this is going to happen for probably the next 2 years. All right. But eventually, when they do have to raise interest rates because inflation starts to creep its ugly head, they're not going to have the luxury to say, never mind, we're actually going to not raise rates and we're actually going to cut rates. They're not going to have the luxury of doing that again because this time inflation will be there. In 2018, in December, inflation was not a concern. Inflation was like 1.65%, well below the Fed's target of 2% inflation. Okay. So they had the luxury to say, never mind, we'll stop raising. Well, you know what? We're actually going to cut. Inflation wasn't a concern, so they had the luxury to walk that back. This time around, they won't be able to walk it back. And now you're going to be raising rates into the face of a fundamentally weak economy post-COVID. An artificially inflated and artificially, asset prices that are artificially inflated because of all of this stimulus. And you're going to raise rates into that. Now, I don't think the market's going to be able to sustain that. I don't think the market is going to be able to hold that together. And I think that's when you're going to see your next big 25, 30% pullback in the overall markets. And once inflation gets over 2% is when I am going to start selling in my long-term portfolio. And at the same time, I'll be taking some of that cash and I'll be putting on longer-term short positions in some in some of the higher risk markets. You can do like put options. I'm going to talk to JP Morgan, see what kind of derivative instruments that I might be able to get access to as a private client, and just start to put on some really big, some pretty big bets against the overall market, because once the Fed starts to raise rates, I can't see how the markets would not pull in more than 20%. And then once the markets do pull in 20, 25%, 30%, I'm going to take that cash that I just made on the way down, plus the cash I just raised by selling my long-term positions, and I'm going to go shopping. And I'm going to start to take all that cash and I'm going to start to buy all those stocks at 25, 30, 35% cheaper than where they were. And again, I'm going to go all the stocks I just sold, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy them all right back, but this time 30, 35% discount. And that's my game plan. I think that's going to happen probably within the next 2 years. I will absolutely let you guys know, obviously, when I think that starts to happen, when I start to put that trade on. My TGD family members, you guys obviously will know, because we're going to be talking about it in chat every single day. I'll be doing workshops, webinars, telling you guys about how I'm taking profits, what I'm doing to put myself into, betting against the market, what trade am I putting on. And then when the markets actually do sell off, I'll be telling you guys what stocks I'm buying, what stocks I'm adding to my portfolio. So my TGD fam, you guys will be well aware of what I will be doing when it comes to that. Okay, you guys will be well aware. You guys have to understand, like, these are the things that are, when it comes to like learning how to become a trader, like these are the things that are possible. It's like learning how to trade. It's not just about actually earning income for yourself, but then actually having the wherewithal and the knowledge to be able to now also position yourself in wealth building opportunities by investing that money in the right places. So it's like getting a professional education, learning how to become a trader. It's not just about like, learning how to day trade. It's about learning how to navigate the financial markets as a whole, and it's like, these are some of the things, like, this is what I do with my members in TGG. This is what I teach, all of them. It's like, it's not trading. It's not just about earning a living for yourself by generating income and being able to one day tell your boss to go screw. Who we actually just had a TGD member last week, who tomorrow is actually putting his 2 weeks in. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted it on Twitter, but one of our TGD members officially is quitting his job to trade full time. He's been having that much success. I posted it right on my Twitter if you guys want to go take a look at those comments from that member. But that's what's possible with being a trader. It's about generating income for yourself, but then also having the education and wherewithal to actually know now what to do with that, and actually build yourself a nice long-term portfolio and know how to invest properly, so that 5 years, 10 years from now, you guys are sitting on a really nice nest egg that a lot of people don't really know too much about. It's like they don't really teach this stuff in school. They don't really teach this stuff in school. So it's important for you guys to know this stuff. Okay. And with that being said, it kind of just brings me right into with some newbies. I know we have a lot of new people that are on here on this live stream. So what I want to actually do for the last 10 minutes, okay, I'm going to take like 10 more minutes of questions. Okay. I'm going to take 10 more minutes of questions, and then I want to dive in, or maybe about 5 to 10 more minutes of questions. And then I want to dive into the lessons of the day, which we're going to be talking about cannabis stock earnings. We're going to be talking about NIO earnings, and we're going to be talking about the overall markets. Okay. So anyone here that is a brand new trader, I'm talking like newbie, you've never done this before. You've never traded stock before. You're brand new. You want to learn, but you don't know where to get started. I'm going to take like literally 5 minutes of just newbie questions. I know some of the questions I answered today were a little bit more for like a novice or advanced or veteran type of trader, with some of the things that I was talking about, especially with inflation and raising rates and that type of stuff. So for now, if you guys are a newbie, go ahead, fire away, ask me some questions for the newbies. Guys, don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Don't think your question is stupid. Believe me, if you have the question, everyone on this live stream once had that question too. Guys, don't forget, I've been doing this for 16 years. I had a day one also. So don't be shy. Nice, James Powell. I just started in the last 2 months. Nice, man. Congrats on the beginning of your journey. Dark Secret says, newbie here. Explain how you short without put options. So when you short, you're borrowing shares from your broker to sell them in the market and hoping that you can buy them back cheaper. Okay, so you're borrowing shares from your broker, so you can sell them at $10 a share, but you owe those shares back to your brokers because you borrowed them from your broker. So you still have to return those shares. But if you can buy the shares back at a cheaper price, you make the profit. So if you sell the shares at 10 and then you buy them back at 8, you just made $2 a share and you can return the shares to your broker. Now, if you sell the shares at 10 and you buy them back at 12, you just lost $2 a share and now you have to return those shares to your broker. How do you buy a stock? You have to open up a brokerage account. I would suggest any of the big three, which is, Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, E-Trade. Great platforms, especially in the US. If you are international, Interactive Brokers is great. Questrade, TradeZero, Webull are also good for beginners. You just open up an account, guys. You're going to have to fund that account. And then I suggest contacting customer service on the brokerage account and have them walk you through how to use the platform so you know how to actually place, buy, and sell orders. Nope, you need a margin account to short. Will depend on your income bracket, Jeff. What's the best way to track P&L? I mean, you'll get a report in your brokerage account. Your brokerage account will have, brokers like account statements for you. But TraderView is also an excellent journaling software. TraderView is spelled VUE. So tradervue.com is a great journaling. It's a great journaling website. So you guys can connect it to your brokerage account or whatever, and it'll track all the statistics for not only just your P&L, but it'll track other statistics for you. Thoughts on using StockTwits for your primary dashboard? I'm going to say no. A lot of noise on StockTwits. You're just listening to, it's basically a glorified Twitter for traders. Any high dividend stock not so risky? Some good dividend stocks that are not that risky: Verizon, Pepsi, ABBV, Altria. The high dividend stocks that are going to be real risky are going to be your oil stocks. Your oil stocks are going to pay you the highest dividends, and some of the REITs will pay you high dividends too. But the oil stocks are going to be very risky. What are dividends? Dividends is how companies share their profits with their shareholders. So when companies make money, some companies will dedicate a certain percentage of their profit, and they issue it to their shareholders by means of what is called a dividend. Stafford says they're a good ETF for the Dow. Well, yeah, it's called the Diamonds. The ticker symbol is DIA. DIA. Yes, Eddie. Yes, day trading large caps will give you less volatility than day trading small caps. Yes. No. That's I'll just skip that question. Zach says, what broker and charting platform do you use? The charting platform that you guys see on my lives here, that's TC2000. That's TC2000, and my broker is Lightspeed. All right, my broker is Lightspeed. All right, my views on Cisco. I'm Megan. I like Cisco. They just actually had really good earnings, if I'm not mistaken. I own Cisco, not a huge position, but I do own it. I do like Cisco. All right, guys. So listen, for those of you that are brand new, you guys are newbies. Like I said, guys, I want to take a couple questions just for the newbie traders. Okay. I want to take just a couple questions for the newbies there, and also just let you guys know that we do have the 7-day trial. Okay, for those of you that are brand new, if you guys are just looking to learn, or if you're not brand new and you want to see if TTG is the right place for you, we do have a 7-day trial. Okay, you guys can go to ttgthree.com. The URL is right there at the bottom of your screen. It is a one-time payment of $3. It is not reoccurring. One-time payment. That 7-day trial, guys, gets you 7 days access to the TTG member dashboard, which gives you access to our stock profile tool. Unlimited for any stock. It gives you like general info, SEC filings, news, insider transactions, as well as cumulative analyst ratings on a particular stock. It's unlimited. So if you want to, you can type in 100 different ticker symbols, get 100 different downloadable PDF reports that has all of that information there for you. You'll also get our daily premium watch list. That's a daily watch list of trade ideas. It's important you guys realize that there's a big difference. For those of you that are new, there's a big difference between a watch list and a trade alert. A watch list just means these are the stocks we're looking at. This is what we think those stocks are going to do. That does not necessarily mean we are buying or shorting those stocks. Those are trade ideas. And if those ideas start to come to fruition, we will then execute the trades, and then you'll get a trade alert. So for those of you that are newbies, I want to make sure that that is clear. That 7-day trial also comes with 3 sample courses that are guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. These 3 courses are smaller and a little bit less detailed than the courses that are in our main curriculum. But nevertheless, I'm telling you guys, I wrote these 3 courses for this trial program. They are guaranteed to help make you a better trader, whether you've never traded a stock a day in your life or you've been trading for 10 years. And then you get 3 days in our chat room. Okay, you guys get 3 days in our chat room where I share my screen, the other moderators share their screen. We're live on the microphone talking to you guys throughout what it is that we're doing, what we're trading. The TTG mobile app is only available for full-time members, for full-time TTG members. It's not available for the trial. Because we do have a mobile app you can download on your iPhone, Android, on your tablet. But as a trial, you guys will not have access to that mobile app. That's just for full-time TTG members. Okay, so the trade alerts that you get as a trial is only in the chat room. You guys have to be in the chat room during those 3 days to get those trade alerts, because we send push notifications whenever we enter or exit a trade. And we also are on the microphone telling you what we're buying before we actually buy it. And then we tell you what we're selling before we actually sell it. Okay, it's also important you guys remember, like, the chat room is 30% of what we offer at TTG. You know, it's not I'll be getting into a lot more detail about what you guys get as a full member of TGD later in the live stream. But like I said, it's a one-time $3 payment, guys. It's not reoccurring. Okay. I mean, it's just one-time payment, $3. You guys get to try out TGD for 7 days and go through those courses, spend time in chat, use the stock profile tool. You can use the Benzinga news feature. All that stuff is available to you guys on the trial. Okay. So you got to make sure, go right there, down there, ttgthree.com. It's $3. Okay, it's literally a candy bar or a cup of coffee, and I'm telling you guys, those $3 can change your life, no joke. All right, so now, guys, what I want to do here, let's get into the lessons here on the day. We have a lot to talk about here. We've got a lot of cannabis earnings coming up. We've got NIO earnings coming up. Before I get things started, before we get into the real meat and potatoes of this live stream, we start to talk about the lessons. I want everybody here right now to smash that like button. Show me how much you guys appreciate these live streams that I do every single day. I'm on here talking to you guys, answering questions, giving you guys trade ideas, recaps, educational content, whether it's a technical or mental lesson. Show me how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort we put into this. Smash that like button for me. It also helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys are excited about getting this week started, smash that like button, guys. I want to see if we can get up to 500 likes. We have just about 1,100 people that are watching this live right now. I want to see if we can get at least to 500 likes, guys. Smash that like button now. All right. Now, with that said, guys, like I told you guys, we have a lot of big pot and cannabis stock earnings coming up. So I want to bring on a special guest. Okay, bring guys in a special guest. My TTG fam, you all know him well. The man, the myth, the legend, Jason, a.k.a. the Wolf of Weed Street Spatafora, has been published in the famous publications called Forbes, TheStreet.com, Men's Journal, and yes, even Penthouse. as your leading voice in the cannabis sector. Everyone say hello to your friendly neighborhood wolf, Jason Spadafora. Round of applause for Jason.
Hey, everybody. I always laugh when you say the street. I haven't read.
I do. You have just so many publications. I throw them out there. I can't even. I need like a list of all the things that you've been publishing, guys. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to the cannabis sector, nobody knows the space better than this man. If you look over his right shoulder, he actually has a couple of Cannabis Business Awards, and even has CNBC contributors texting him asking for advice and getting his take on the cannabis sector. So if you guys need any more reassurance that he's the expert in the space, I'll leave it at that. And not to mention, he's sporting like over a 90% win rate on these cannabis stocks. It's absolutely insane. So we have a lot of pot stock earnings coming out this week. Last week, when you had all those cannabis stocks report earnings, Jason told you guys, he was on the live a couple days ago, told you guys about those cannabis plays when they all ran wild. He said, guys, they're just a trade. Don't hold them. Okay, take profits if you're long them, short them if you're not. And then you saw those stocks completely collapse, from Aurora, $12 down to $7, Tilray, Kronos, all of those stocks had major pullbacks. And he warns you guys about those moves. Now, those were the Canadian companies. Now we've got the American US cannabis companies that are on deck. So with that said, I'm going to give Jason the floor. I know he's got a lot to talk to you guys about regarding these cannabis stocks. So go ahead, Jay, take it away.
Hey, everybody. How are you? It's been an interesting weekend. An even better week. Obviously, the smile is ear to ear. Very good week overall for us, especially in the now famous Wolf ETF with all of our cannabis positions. Actually, all of our cannabis swing positions are 100% accuracy. We have not lost on a cannabis play, in terms of buying stock yet since July. I'm very proud of that. But again, it's not rocket science. It's just I've been doing it longer than pretty much anybody. It was just the right time to get in and work that magic that we knew was going to happen, going from the summer into earnings and from those earnings into the election. In that 90-day window. So, we've absolutely dominated the space, honestly, I've been surprised by some of the performance of some of the positions. Mainly, I think probably the biggest surprise has been TerraScend, which we got into at 286. And now is, I think it closed 730.
What's the ticker symbol, Jay, on TerraScend?
TRSSF. So we actually took the top on Friday at 760. I think it hit 768 actually. So we're probably looking to re-enter that, on this pullback, but over 100%. Then you can look at Cureleaf, CURLF. Okay. We also took the top on that post-election, which you could see that big right there. I think we got 1155 on that. And then we just added to that position again on that dip after taking profit. This goes to what Mike was saying, let the market pay you. And this is what we've been doing consistently since July. And then you can see Cresco Labs, CRLBF. Same thing. It's just kind of going sideways. We were in that from 515. And then you can go to TrueLeave, which is TCNNF. And I'm mentioning all these because these are the ones that have earnings. We had 2 entries on this. I'd already been in this, so it wasn't a big, it's not a position of mine, but it is one of my favorite stocks. So I want to give it the credit it deserves. Entries at 19, 50, and 17, now 27, just an absolute beast. They're expanding faster than anybody in the state of Florida. They're basically just, Kim Rivers, the CEO, which is very, very smart. She just wants to, dominate the state of Florida, and then branch out. Okay. So what do we have? TerraSend. Let's do it in order. So on Tuesday, Curaleaf and Trulieve are both going. Okay, they both have earnings. I expect pretty big beats by both of them. I think maybe Curaleaf does a little bit better, just because of the rate at which Trulieve has been expanding. I mean, they're pretty much opening a new dispensary every other week, which is crazy. Which kind of shows you the size of this market, right? Last earnings, the estimate for Trulieve was 105 million. I want to say was the analyst estimates, like the average, and I think they did 124. So they completely blew it out. What we saw with Green Thumb, 12 analysts, the estimate on earnings was 135 million in revenue. They did 157. Guys, you're just going to keep seeing this because the analysts don't know exactly, and the numbers are right there in front of them, but they don't know how to deal with this type of hyper growth. Where else do you have a market that week after week and month after month is selling more, than the previous month? And that's exactly what we're seeing. Obviously, it's going to come to a point where it plateaus, but you also have to put it this way. We're not fully legalized. It's, a lot of these companies like Trulieve is making all their money on medical. Imagine if the state of Florida was recreational. I mean, it completely changes the game for them. And as well as Curaleaf, Green Thumb, and because they're all operating in states that are medical, and not recreational, or some that are recreational and medical. You see the difference. New Jersey just went recreational. Arizona just went recreational. Both states that Curaleaf has a lot of flags planted in. Okay, so the anticipation is for Tuesday. Look, I think we're going to see a run up on Monday. We're going to be helped a little bit by futures, and we're also going to be helped by the fact that a lot of these stocks were really starting to cool off after just big runs post-election. Green Thumb being one, Trulieve, Cresco, TerraSend, everyone. They got this cool off, which some people are like, oh, is it over? Is it over? No, it's not that it's over. It's just they're setting up for this week, right? You don't want the RSIs to be in the nosebleed section when they put out good numbers. Now with TerraSend, which goes last, they go on Thursday. We already know what their numbers are going to be because they already put out those numbers. And it was a big beat. It was 56% growth year. I think it was quarter over quarter, which is pretty insane. I think probably maybe the biggest beneficiary this week, and I could be wrong, might be Cresco Labs, and it's not going to be based off of the actual revenue number. So I don't think that Cresco is going to do bigger numbers than Trulieve or Curaleaf, but I think you're going to see a seismic shift in their debt. Okay, so to give you an idea, last quarter, analyst estimates had it at -5 cents EPS, and they came in at 1 cent, at -1 cent EPS. All right, which was just great because that was one of the biggest concerns of me when I put that into the top 5 of the portfolio was, are they going to be able to manage this debt? Are things going the right way? And by all accounts, they are. I don't see how they could have messed up this quarter. They haven't done anything crazy, and the sales have just been going through the roof. So I think that that's actually probably going to be one of the better performers. We'll see what the stock does, but I think long term it's going to be great. Also, what we had this week was pretty much analysts raising the price targets on all of these. They raised, I think they raised TerraSend from 9 to 12. The Green Thumb went from like 23 to 27, and on and on and on and on. Okay. But that's what you guys need to understand is the analysts don't know how to measure the growth. Okay. And also, we've got a lot of things that are going to change into the new year. So this earnings is going to set up to be just really good for everybody in TTG. We're in a couple other positions, spec. I did take profit on a big position that I held since March, which was IIPR. I slightly regret it, but not that much. And then, because I've got Power Read as well, which are rounding out the Wolf portfolio, So yeah, guys, crazy week. So in case you missed it, Curaleaf, TrueLeaf are going Tuesday. On Wednesday, you've got Cresco Labs. And on Thursday, you've got TerraSend. Monday, we've got a bunch of Canadians, but we don't really care about them because they're all garbage. Any questions?
Maybe just give them what, just go through the big ones again, Jay, with the ticker symbols for them.
Okay. So Curaleaf, CURLF, and TrueLeaf, TCNNF, go Tuesday. Cresco Labs goes Wednesday. That's ticker symbol CRLBF. And then TerraSend goes Thursday, which is TRSSF. Okay. And again, if you have, let's say, Robinhood or Webull and you want exposure to the market because you can't buy OTC stocks through your brokerage, you can look at YOLO. Yes, that's an actual real symbol, YOLO, which is like just under $14. I think last I saw it was like $13.58 or something. And then there's MSOS, which I think is somewhere around $29. But yeah, so it's going to be a good week. What happens after? I think at that point I think we are going to see a little bit of a cool off. I'm definitely going to try and take some profit and maybe reallocate it somewhere else. Within the space, maybe to something that just hasn't moved or is completely under the radar. I definitely have some things that I'm watching for an entry, but for the most part, look, guys, these companies that I just mentioned, on top of Green Thumb, which is GTBIF. GTBIF is the biggest position I have in all of my pot stocks. It was up there with IIPR, but I sold my IIPR. So it's that's my favorite one. And that's a lot of the analysts' favorite one. But guys, these are all long-term holds. Okay. It's a lot different than the Canadian market, in terms of just population and addressable market. We're talking about 10 to 1. I know a lot of people, they focus on the Auroras, the Tilrays, the Cannabis, the Chronos of the world. And I know some of you guys traded Sundial, which, I pray that you took profit because that thing is just complete garbage. That thing will be back to 15 cents by December, So, play the trade on the Canadians and then funnel money and profit from those into the U.S. companies. All right. Any questions?
Anybody have any questions for the Wolf?
You watching futures?
Yeah. Well, last I checked, we're up 7/10. Yeah, 3/4. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, 0.75%.
Yep.
Nuts.
Oh, what's the best platform to switch from Robinhood? Well, if you're trading OTC, Schwab doesn't charge commissions. They're all pretty much the same. Schwab, TD, E-Trade. I have all three. I like E-Trade, because what I do with the way that I trade is I pick tax blocks, which block, which entry, which date that I want to sell. So I actually went through them this weekend. I've got 51 blocks of Green Thumb. I have 32 blocks of Curaleaf, 22 blocks of Cresco, 6 blocks of Power REIT, 6 blocks of Terrace, and then just like here and there. But yeah, I got a lot more stock than I probably intended in some of those positions. But yeah, it's I'm not worried about any of them.
Yeah, they're all. You've been ripping them up, man. You're also playing with house money at this point. There's so much profit on these positions, you know.
Yeah, and yeah, guys, and this has a lot to do with my risk. So back in October of 2018, I took probably 75% of my cannabis money off the table. And to give you an idea, that was money that I accumulated from 2014 to 2018. And then the rest of the positions were either private placements, or, some of the smaller positions, which I got completely out of, by March of, 2019. So then I watched everything and I just waited for my entry, and was just basically trading the options and other things, and came back into the market at a discount. I'm playing with house money. Well, not really, because a lot of that money, because of the opportunity that March gave us, which is the whole market, like now probably 15% of my portfolio is cannabis related. And it's just kind of how it shook out, because in March it was like 80% of my portfolio was cannabis. And it's just completely flipped. And now I'm just happy to be trading cannabis, because it's just like fishing with dynamite.
Cool.
Yeah. So
awesome. Right. Yeah, guys, listen, I mean, it's going to be a big week with all these companies that are reporting. Cannabis stocks have been, like a main focus on media outlets. Like CNBC has been talking about pot stocks, for the last week. So I expect they're going to be getting a lot of attention this week.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of shit too.
Yeah,
they're getting a lot of shit because they're getting a lot of shit from me. I mean, even some of the people like Tim Seymour, the people that are on from before 1 o'clock are garbage. They don't know how to ask questions. Like, give you an idea, the CEO of Green Thumb was on after they had earnings, and they had the ticker for every Canadian company that I hate.
Yep.
And they didn't even show his ticker. And then when they do show his ticker, they put up the wrong ticker. And when the Canadians were running, and this is what Mike was saying, I tweeted to Tim Seymour and Guy Adami. I was like, guys, can you please go on and tell them that the Canadians have nothing to do with, do not benefit anything from the U.S. election? And then Mike jumped on and was like, hey, your buddy Tim's on CNBC talking about the pot stocks. And then literally as soon as he got off, he sends me a message. He's like, was that good enough? He was just saying, it's so absurd that that people don't understand this. So, so yeah, guys, I hope a lot of you guys are able to participate. You're really not going to find any places where, with this type of growth. And then we've got, 3 really big catalysts ahead of us. If you hear safe banking thrown around a lot. What you need to know about safe banking is it's not about them just getting on a big board, which is huge, right? I mean, if TrueLeaf's on a big board, or Curaleaf, or any of the companies that I mentioned, they are running like Roku ran in 2018, just absolute beasts. And they'll eventually fit into that market cap. But, safe banking, what that's going to do is it's going to allow them right now, their access to capital. It's expensive. Okay. I'll give you an idea. Green Thumb paid $35 million in federal taxes, and their profit on part of that was like 10 million or something. They're paying more in tax. It's nuts. And it's like, if you want money, you got to go to like a loan shark for like 12% because of their balance sheet and what they're doing. They should have access at like 5%.
Right.
So it's gonna change things. They're gonna be able to write off things that a normal business would.
It'll completely change their profitability. Like, it'll completely change.
Yeah. Their profitability literally changes overnight.
Right.
And either that going into it or you don't. Most people that are like, that go to their advisor, what pot stock should I have? He's like, I don't know, this Aurora company. He's like, I always see it on CNBC or Canopy. I mean, Jim Cramer was putting people into Canopy at $60. Maybe that's why he blocked me. So I never even tweeted the guy. The guy just blocked me. But yeah, guys, that's it. Yeah,
guys, listen, going to be a big week this week. You guys want to make sure that you are in chat with the Wolf. He alerts all of his trade alerts in the cannabis sector, all of his trades in general in the TTG chat room. So you guys want to make sure that you get your butts in chat, or you have the mobile app open on your phone, so you guys are aware and alerted every time that Jason enters or exits one of those cannabis stocks. Like he said, he has not missed on one of these cannabis plays since the summer. Okay, he has not missed on any of these cannabis plays since the summer. It's truly astounding watching him trade these cannabis plays. So make sure you guys get your butts in chat and are going to be trading this week's earnings. Again, you got the big 4 U.S. companies reporting earnings here this week. So you guys want to make sure that you are on top and ready to profit from that action with the single best trader when it comes to those cannabis names, guys. There truly is no one better.
And I see a lot of questions. Is it too late? It's not too late, but I think if you're going to come in to the space, you definitely have to, I don't say just, if let's say you got $1,000, just throw $1,000 at anything. Start with 500. Okay. Wait for a pullback, get a feel for it, tier 1 it. Because I do think that these things could get a pullback. I don't want you to get shaken out. Like on Green Thumb's earnings, I top ticked it at 21.84. The high was 21.85. And then I got back in at like 20.25, 20.60, and I was happy to do it. I don't want you to get in and then be like, oh my God, this thing just dropped, 10%. You just have to, you got to get a feel for it, but it's not too late. We're like in the 3rd inning, maybe, of a real, look, guys, there's a $250 billion illicit market, and we're not even doing 10% of that yet. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a lot of ground to make up and a lot of time. It's like investing in alcohol after prohibition. Look at it like that. Okay.
A lot of growth. These companies have experienced tremendous growth, but it's just beginning, guys. It really is just beginning, and this is something that for those of you that are interested in the cannabis space, we're lucky to have the Wolf part of the team to walk us through it, because there's no one better. All right, go ahead, give him a follow, guys, on Twitter. His Twitter handle is right there at the bottom of the screen. It is at Wolf of Weed Street. Street is ST. That's at Wolf of Weed ST. And we'll be in chat with us this week, trading all those pot stocks. All right, guys?
Yep. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
All right, bro. Have a good night. I'll see you in chat tomorrow.
Later, bud.
Later, man. All right, guys. Okay. All right, guys. So listen up. All right. So now, as we are now moving on, some great information there from the Wolf regarding the cannabis stocks. I hope you guys were taking notes on those ticker symbols. He'll be trading them like crazy here this week. a lot more potential in those names over, in the long run as well. So you're going to want to build a nice little portfolio with some of those names whenever you get those pullback opportunities, because there is a lot of value still to be made and a lot of growth to be seen in that space. All right. So now going forward, we had a big week last week. Okay. We finished the week last week with home runs shorting the electric vehicle stocks. Last week, I talked to you guys on Thursday night. We did a live stream. Okay. Thursday night, I did a live stream. On Thursday night, I came on and I told everybody, okay, that I'm getting ready to short these electric vehicle stocks. I think they're all overextended. LI and XPEV specifically remind me a lot of NKLA when that stock first started running. They had massive extension moves. They had massive gap ups, and they were what I call exhaustion gaps. And I took advantage of that setup on Thursday, or that analysis on Thursday. And Friday, I came in and I shorted the crap out of those stocks. And I'll pull up the charts just to show you guys real quick what those stocks look like. Okay. So LI was my big winner. And this was Thursday. And on Thursday, I told everybody that, okay, that I'm getting ready to short these stocks. And on Friday, LI went from 41 all the way to 30. Okay. And I shorted that stock up at 37 and change, and I covered it down at 31. Okay. And that was the big win for me there on Friday. You also had XPEV. Okay. XPEV. This was another one. You had this big, huge breakout parabolic move type day on Thursday. And then on Friday, the stock went from 51 all the way down to 38. I also shorted XPEV on Friday. Then you had NIO, the leader of the group. Okay. Went from 54 all the way down to 40. All right. And that is the big leader of the group. Massive, massive sell-off day on NIO, massive volume sell-off day on LI, massive volume sell-off day on XPEV. Now, as I go ahead and I start to look at some of these stocks, we want to figure out now, well, what lies in store for these stocks now. Okay. If you guys missed my live stream from Thursday night, I highly recommend you go back and check it out, because I talked to you guys about that setup, and Friday we capitalized on it big time. You can also check out my live from Friday when I recapped those short trades on those stocks. Now, NIO reports earnings on Tuesday. Okay. XPEV already reported earnings. They were good. LI reported earnings. They were good. Both of those stocks traded significantly higher after their earnings report. Now you have NIO coming up on Tuesday. Okay, you have NIO coming up on Tuesday. The momentum has cracked in these stocks. Okay, the momentum has cracked. All right, these stocks have been just rallying, and now you get this massive pullback day, huge volume sell-off, and that kind of breaks the momentum up in these names. NIO's earnings, I expect the earnings to be good. Okay. I expect their earnings to be good. I expect them to beat their delivery units. I expect them to guide aggressively going forward. And I think those numbers are going to be good. And I think that's going to cause the stock to trade higher. But then I think you're going to get a lot of profit taking step in on that. So I'm looking at this rally that you've seen in these EV stocks. A lot of it is earnings based on XPEV and LI and the anticipation of NIO now beating. But once those earnings are now behind us, once all three of them have reported earnings, those are your big three right now in the electric vehicle space. You also have a bunch of others. You have like Solo, you have WKHS, you have AYRO, I think is another one. There's a bunch of others that are like smaller that you can even look to on Tuesday when NIO does report. You can look maybe for some of those stocks to give you a little bit of a boost and follow through on all those names like Solo. Like you can look for Solo was active the other day with the big gap up like you had in the others, but then Solo gave you a big pullback when the rest of them start to give you a big pullback as well. But if NIO moves higher, what I'm actually hoping happens this week, I'm hoping that all three of those names, XPEV, LI, and NIO, I'm hoping all three of them bounce tomorrow. I'm hoping all three of them trade higher tomorrow. And what I'm actually looking for is this. Let me take you guys back to the chart and show you what I hope happens. I'm hoping that NIO does something like this tomorrow. I'm hoping NIO does that. Okay, I'm hoping NIO does something like that tomorrow, like a little bit of a bounce back day. And then Tuesday they have earnings, and I hope the earnings are good and it causes the gap up. And then that's when I go in there, and that's when I start to short these things again. Because after that, after NIO reports the earnings, I don't see the catalyst, or NIO day is something that I think is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, similar to what we had with the Tesla battery day. If you guys remember Tesla battery day, I actually came out aggressively and told everybody that battery day for Tesla that I was going to be shorting it after battery day. Well, after battery day, the stock had that nice little dip. The stock had this nice little dip after battery day, and we were able to capitalize on that short, or to the downside. Or wait, was this, or was it this? This might have been the battery day. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been the battery day. I can't remember. So that dip or this dip, I can't remember. But it was a similar type of scenario where it was buy the rumor, sell the news. And I think you're going to have something very similar to that in NIO. And I think once the earnings are out of the way, I think these stocks will pull back in significantly. I think you can see NIO. I think you see NIO pull back into the 30s. Okay, I'm looking for NIO to pull back into the 30s. LI, I'm looking to pull back into the mid 20s. XPEV, okay, I'm looking to pull back to 30. All right, so I'm looking for some pretty substantial pullbacks still in these names. That might be an unpopular opinion from a lot of people. Like I said, on Thursday, I came out on my live on Thursday and I told everybody I was getting ready to short these things. People were asking me, should I buy? Should I buy? I said, no, I'm actually getting ready to short them. And a lot of people disagreed with me. And then you see these massive sell-offs that you saw on Friday. So, I will be focusing on these stocks again Monday and Tuesday. They will be my number one focus. Okay, so like coming into the day tomorrow, I'm looking to see, do I get bounce backs in some of these names? Like some of these big sell-offs, do we get a little bit of a bounce back? And that'll lead us right into the earnings. Maybe the earnings are good. That gives you a little bit of a gap up, kind of like a last minute squeeze attempt, and then kind of, pull the rug out from underneath, and then all that profit taking kicks in off the earnings, becomes a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. And those stocks continue to pull themselves back in. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Now, if that changes, now maybe the sell-off continues on Monday. Okay, maybe the sell-off continues. That Friday sell-off might continue on Monday. That's possible too. But I think you're going to get a little bit of a bounce back on these names. I don't think they're just going to give up that easy. I don't think you're just going to get that big crack candle and then you're just going to get the massive follow through. I don't think they're going to give you that. I think you're going to get a little bit of a fight. I think they're going to try to fight back, and then you're going to get that bounce back. There's so much momentum in these names. The momentum has just cracked, but I don't think it's just gone. And with the earnings coming up, I think you might get some people trying to buy the dip going into earnings. But then after that, I think we can short these things down. I think NIO has a lot more room to the downside. I think NIO can get back into the mid to high 30s easily. Okay, easily. So I'm going to be looking to short these things again. Monster win for us shorting them on Friday. I'm looking to short them again coming into here this week off of the earnings on Tuesday. Okay. Like I said, guys, these were huge wins for us last week. Anyone that's on the fence, right? Anyone that's on the fence, you guys saw last Sunday and you guys did not get in. You guys missed out on all the action that we had last week. Last week was a great week for us, and we finished it off huge. With those big wins on these EV stocks. I told you guys Thursday they were going to be my number one focus on Friday, and we nailed it. Now I'm telling you guys again now tonight that tomorrow and Tuesday, these stocks are going to be my number one focus. They're giving you excellent range, excellent volatility. You've got options on all of these names. You can trade options on these names. You can trade the stocks themselves. The liquidity is unlike anything I've seen. The amount of liquidity, the volume that's being traded on these names is insane. So there's tremendous opportunity with these stocks right now. And that's where my focus is going to be these next couple of days. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for a little bit of a bounce back on these names tomorrow. Earnings, gap up, faded. All right. If something changes, if tomorrow we get a sell-off instead of a bounce back, I'll tell you guys tomorrow what my game plan is and how I'm adjusting my game plan going into earnings then on Tuesday. All right. Anybody have any questions about NIO, XPEV, LI? Anybody have any questions about the earnings and everything, like what I was just talking about, and how I plan on profiting from these stocks? I'm going to trade the stocks themselves. I can short all these stocks, easy to borrow, LI, XPEV, NIO. I have them easy to borrow on Lightspeed. If you guys can't short, or if the stocks are too expensive for you, they do have options. You could trade put options on NIO, no problem. You can buy, or if you don't want to buy the stock, if we're going long, you can buy call options. I'm going to be trading the stock itself. Okay. Like on Friday, I shorted the stock. But a lot of people in chat bought put options to follow along with that trade. So you guys can do either one, whichever you prefer. Why the stock and not the put options? Well, I like trading the stock because, I mean, listen, I have the account to short them. I can get, several thousands of shares on these things and I can short them. I have the account to do that. If you don't have the buying power to do that, then you guys can go with the options. I prefer the stock itself because I don't have to worry about any time decay. I don't have to worry about liquidity concerns. The stock trades way more volume than the options do. And I don't have time decay with the stock. So if I short the stock, all I have to worry about is the price of the stock up or down. But if you buy a put option, you have time decay, you have implied volatility, you have a lot of different things that can affect the price of that option. So that's why I like to go with the stock itself. As long as the stock has a really good range on it, like the stock is moving a lot and I can get a borrow on the stock, I'd rather short the stock. But if not, you guys can go after the put options. It's the same trade idea. It's the same concept. There's just other factors that are at play with the price of an option than there would be at play when you're just shorting a stock itself. Yes, exactly. Yes, Carl, that's my plan. So Carl, if I'm right, okay, if the stocks do bounce back tomorrow, I think there's a long opportunity, but as a day trade, and then after the earnings, then I'm gonna look to short them. That's my thought process now coming into the day tomorrow. I think we get a little bit of a bounce back day tomorrow, and then Tuesday can be the opportunity for us after earnings for us to get short. But we have to see what happens tomorrow. These stocks got really beaten up on Friday. Some really big reversals, a lot of momentum crack and shift in these names. We'll see if they continue lower or if we get that bounce back. I think with NIO earnings Tuesday, I think they're going to be good. I think a lot of people expect them to be good. So I think these pullbacks might be bought up, which gives you a little bit of a bounce. And then I think it's time to short after earnings. Jacob, that's not why, man. Yes, Citron put out and it's not a fake report. Citron put out a report saying that they think NIO is going to go back to $25. They are short the stock. It's not a fake report. They are short. They do not believe that NIO, they think NIO has gone way too far, too fast, and the company is not valued at where it's currently trading. And I agree with them. It's all hype. It's all speculation. And the stock has gotten ahead of itself. And I think that they're due for pullbacks. And I think after NIO's earnings, I think the stock does pull itself back in. So we will see. We'll see. But I think NIO goes back into the 30s. Reed says, "Do you ever hold shorts overnight?" I do. Depends on the trade. So I do swing trade, guys, but the majority of my trades are day trades, but I also do swing trade. Yeah, I will buy NIO, my long-term portfolio, if it gets back into the low 30s. Yes. What watch am I wearing? It's an Audemars Royal Oak. Of course, I'm going to be on the mic tomorrow. 08 Roof Stage says, "Are you going to be on the mic tomorrow?" I'm on the mic every day, man. I'm on the mic every day in chat. I'm on the mic telling you guys what I'm buying, what I'm selling every day, every single day. Yeah, solo. Does the same plan apply with solo? Yeah, solo could be a sympathy play to these names, guys. NIO is your leader. LIXPEV are like second fiddle, and then you've got a stock like solo. You can try to maybe even look to play those off a sympathy play. Yes, I think they're all overvalued right now. Yes, LIXPEV, NIO. I think all three of those stocks are higher than the true value of the company today. All right. All right. So, guys, real quick, I'm giving away 5 laptops today. All right. I'm giving away 5 laptops here today, guys. So real quick, I want to start to dive in here. I'm actually running a little behind. We are giving away 5 laptops. So guys, in TTG, we give away every Friday. We give away 5 free laptops. We didn't do it this Friday. So I was told everybody that we were going to announce it on Sunday on the live stream. So I want to announce to you guys real quick. Let me see here. I've got my 5 winners here. Adam sent me our winners. All right. So this is a randomized raffle that we do. Trading rig tonight, Shug. Yeah, no, Shug sent me the winners, guys. So I've got 5 winners here of our laptop. Our free laptop giveaway winners are, drum roll, please. Usernames are Bull vs. Bear, Storm Chaser 2911, Hotkeys Wizard, Scottavius, and Larry C. Congratulations, guys. Again, Bull vs. Bear, Storm Chaser 2911, Hotkeys Wizard, Scottavius, and Larry C. Congratulations, guys. You are our 5 winners of our laptop giveaway here tonight on this wonderful Sunday evening. All right. Congratulations, guys, to those 5 laptop winners. All right. Congrats. I love giving back to my THD fam. You guys are the best. I love you all. I love you guys. All right. So, guys, real quick, I want to do a little roll call. I want to see how many people we have that are on this stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group. If you are not a member of TTG, I want you guys to type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you are not a member, how can you be a winner, guys? For our next laptop giveaway, you just have to be a member of True Trading Group, and you are automatically included. We got Mo, Steve, Rad, Juan, Samar, Jonathan, Timothy, Paul, Suat, Fee, Your Money, M. Sadi, Miriam, Ken, Nolan, Rowdy, Gustavo, Carl, Ernest, Massimo, Sacktown, Justin, Don, Manny, James Powell, Justin Stinson, Meep, Princess, Selection, Milo Sanchez, Lynn Tran, CU, Mad Gaines, Jesse Nakar, Deister, Jeffrey Wu, Joseph Thomas, Enrique, Donna Horton, Carlos Acosta, what's up, man? Polo, Fishbox, Filippo, Dale McDougall, Star Sign Empress, Maurice Pratt, Teresa Fox, John Wilson, Awad Ahmed, Cheryl Diatavio. Yes, I love it. A bunch of you. Mo Fitness, what's good? A bunch of you guys, a bunch of non-teaching members here tonight. I love seeing new faces joining me on these streams. If you guys have not done so already, again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm always doing live streams, live Q&As, trade recaps, trade ideas, educational content. I'm always giving you guys a bunch of free stuff to help make you more consistently profitable traders. Now, we do have a 7-day trial. I told you guys about it briefly before. If you are part of that trial, it's called our TTG3 trial program. It is a 7-day trial. If you are a member of that trial, I want you to type the number 3 in chat right now. I want to see how many trial members we have that are on this stream right now. Samar, Ken Jones, Justin Stinson, Meditation, Bow or Bo, Rowdy, IQ Micro, E Shadow, Dale McDougall, Lance Alvarez, Harina, Donna Horton, Chris, Justin, Steven, Maurice Pratt. Nice, guys. So we have a lot of people here, that are part of that TT3 trial program. A lot of people here part of that TT3 trial program. That's what I like. Beautiful. Excellent. Guys, now listen, let me see here, guys. Guys, hold on one second here for me. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so now, like I said, now all of you, if you are a non-TTG member, okay, if you are a non-TTG member or a TTG3 trial member, all of you, if you guys feel that this live stream helped you as a trader, I want you guys to type yes right now in chat. If you guys feel this live stream has helped you as a trader with like all the cannabis talk, okay, on how to play those cannabis names, and then now we're talking about the EV stocks, answering all the questions that you guys had earlier. If you guys feel that this live has helped you, okay, type yes right now in chat. Nice. A lot of yeses. A lot of yeses. I like it, guys. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, my goal with all of these, okay, my goal with all of these live streams is to make sure that you are a better trader and a better prepared and more educated trader when we're done with these lives than before we start. So I like to see so many of you type in there the word yes. Now, all of you that are non-TTG members, okay, all of you that are non-TTG members, I got a big 2-part question for all my non-TTG members, okay? For those of you that type TTG in chat, 2-part question for you. Do you have $3? And is $3 worth finding out if TTG can help you succeed as a trader? Type yes or no in chat right now. 2-part question. All of you that typed TTG in chat, do you have $3? And is $3 worth finding out if TTG can help you succeed as a trader? Type yes or no in chat right now. A lot of yeses. Look at all the yeses. Look at all the yeses. Woo! Now we're talking, guys. Now we're talking. Because, guys, honestly, for $3, Literally $3. That's it. You guys can join the TTG fam for 7 days when you go to ttgthree.com to sign up for your trial. Okay. You are going to get, with this 7-day trial, okay, access to the TTG member dashboard that gives you the stock profile tool, okay, unlimited for any stock, general info, SEC filings, news, insider transactions, cumulative analyst ratings. If there's 20 different analysts that cover a particular stock, you guys will know how many have a buy, sell, and hold rating. Okay, that is, you are getting that all included with your 7-day trial. You get the daily premium watch list. Again, the daily watch list tells you what are the stocks we're looking at that day and what we expect those stocks to do. Difference between a trade alert and a watch list, though. Okay, the watch list is just what we're watching. The trade alerts you guys will get in our chat room. You're also going to get 3 days in our live chat room where all of our moderators, we share our screen. You can toggle back and forth between which moderator screen you want to look at. And we are all live on the microphone talking to you, telling you what we're doing, what we're seeing, what we expect to have happen. We tell you what we're buying, what we're selling before we actually buy, before we actually sell. You guys can use our live Benzinga news feed, which gives you up to the second breaking news alerts. Also our Squawk Box feature, where you can turn on your speakers and someone can read to you all the news alerts as they come across the wire. All of that you guys get access to, okay? And then all of our trade alerts in chat pop up as notifications whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade. Our mobile app is for full-time THD members only. So as a trial member, you will not be able to use the mobile app. So in order to get our trade alerts, you have to actually be in chat during those 3 days that you have access. In addition, with your trial, you're going to get 3 courses that are guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. Now, these are 3 sample courses. They're a little bit, they're not as long, they're not as detailed as our full course curriculum, but I wrote these courses specifically for this trial program, and it's guaranteed to help make you guys a better trader. You are getting all of this for just a one-time payment of $3. You will also be able to view all of our trade history. We are fully transparent into your trading group. We're an open book. All of our moderators that call out trades in chat, we all have all of our trades right there on the website, all of our history. You can see all of our trades, the winners, the losers, the break evens, all of it is right there for you. And as a trial member, you can go and see all of our trades. Right now, as a room, we are collectively sporting about a 78% win rate, which means 78% of the time that myself or any one of the other moderators in chat calls out a trade, it is a profitable one. Okay, you guys can get access to all of these things when you join our 7-day trial and find out if TTG is right for you and get a feel for what it's like to be part of the TTG family and see how a true professional education can help you become a successful and consistently profitable trader. Okay. In True Trading Group, guys, I teach you guys the same education that I received when I worked at a hedge fund. That's how I began my trading career. I did not figure this stuff out on my own. So if you guys, I was taught by professional traders on Wall Street right out of college. It was my very first job working at a hedge fund. Okay. So if you guys want to join that 7-day trial, see if TTG is right for you. Again, it's right here at the bottom of your screen. Go to www.ttgthree.com. It is a one-time payment of $3. It is not reoccurring. If you went to, guys, I go to Starbucks almost every day. I get a venti cold brew. It's $4.50. This is $3. It is going to be the best $3 you will ever spend in your entire life. I guarantee it. Because once you guys get a feel for what it's like to be part of the THD family, you guys want to join the family full time, get a professional education, and get yourself on your way to becoming a consistently profitable trader. Okay. Now, when you are a trial member, you could upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial, but you're under no obligation to do so. What is included in the regular full all-inclusive membership? Okay. During your 7-day trial, you can upgrade to a 1-year all-inclusive membership. Let me explain what you guys get in the all-inclusive membership. That is going to be daily access to our chat room. We open up at 7:30 a.m. We close at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. and you will have access to our Benzinga Pro real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box feature I already told you about. And starting this week, we will have live streaming trade ideas scanner live in the chat as well. And members can submit scanner setups for us to stream during chat. All traders in our chat room, all our moderators, like I told you, we share our screen and we're live on the microphone calling out our trades before we make them. None of our traders, our moderators, are scalpers. Okay. So it's very easy for you to follow along. A scalper is someone that buys and sells stocks within seconds. They're in and they're out within seconds. Our trades last several minutes to several hours to several days long. So it's very easy for you guys to follow along with what it is that we're trading. And I told you we already have that 78% win rate. All right. You will also get access to our 15-course curriculum. Okay. That covers everything from the foundation and beginner stock trading to advanced stock trading, beginner options, advanced options, trader psychology, swing trading, how to trade during a market crash. You guys will get access to all of our curriculum. Now, this is a simplified version of the education I received when I worked at a hedge fund. Okay. This is a simplified version of that education. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I told you guys, I worked at a hedge fund. Before they let me trade a dollar of their money, I had to go through this educational training program. That is what I've simplified, and that is what you guys get access to. All of our courses. There's not different levels. There's no upsells into your trading group. You pay one price, you get access to everything. All of our courses are included when you guys sign up. There's no like special VIP courses. They are all included when you guys sign up. You also get access to our stock simulator, which allows you to trade stocks, our trade simulator, which allows you to trade stocks and options with real-time level 1 and level 2 data provided by Quote Media. You get, that's where you guys can practice trading with fake money while you practice implementing what you learn in the courses, implement it in on the trade simulator before you start trading with real money. You also use our stock screener, which allows you to filter through thousands of stocks during the day to see what are the hottest stocks on the day and where you need to be focusing your attention. What stock should you be trading to give you the best possible chance to profit on the day? The stock profile tool, I already told you guys about that. That's where you can type in a ticker symbol, get those downloadable PDF reports. And also, you guys can get over 75 hours of additional workshop and webinar video content. This is over 75 hours of additional educational content from the courses. The 15-course curriculum, that's completely separate. This is something that's additional. That's 75. It's included with your membership. I'm saying this is additional video content. Okay. And as a member, you guys can actually start to attend these workshops and webinars that we host monthly. Okay. We're doing workshops and webinars with our different moderators covering different topics. So you can start to actually participate live, interact with the moderator, interact with the other members during these workshops and webinars. In addition, guys, anyone that signs up here tonight with coupon code TTG1120, not only will you get a 44% discount, but you're also going to get included a one-on-one mentor session with one of our pro traders. That is a 1-hour one-on-one mentor session to review your trades, talk about your strengths, your weaknesses, figure out where you're going wrong, how to make changes to improve your P&L. And let's talk about, like dive in to really figure out what are the mistakes that you're making and how we can change them, answer your questions and the topics that you want to discuss. That is included when you sign up with coupon code TTG1120. Also, our TradingView Pro charting software with Quote Media, real-time data, that is also now live on the website. So you guys can use TradingView Pro charting software as your charting software. All right. And I told you before, no upsells. Okay. All of our future courses are included. All resources and tools are included. So if I come out with a new course next month, or we add a new feature or a new service next month, you don't have to pay for that feature or that new course. It's automatically included with the Netflix of trading communities. When Netflix comes out with a new show, they don't ask you for $20 to watch it. It's part of the membership. Okay, same thing with TTG. Whenever we add a course or a new premium service, it's all included with your membership. You do not have to pay extra for it. Okay, we take the top premium trading tools and products and bundle them together as part of your TTG membership. You do not have to pay extra for any of these services. That's the Benzinga Pro real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box feature, quote streams real-time level 1 and full book level 2 data, as real-time options data. You got the trade ideas, real-time preset scanners streamed directly in chat starting this week. You've got the TradingViews Pro charting software with the real-time streaming data. All of this is included with your membership. We also have like minimum minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that has a 78% win rate. Okay, 15 professional courses designed by myself, an award-winning hedge fund trader. Okay, in 2008, I received a Trader of the Year award, and how I was able to do that was the education I received working at the hedge fund. Okay, you are getting a simplified version of that education when you guys go through our courses. The 75 hours I told you about, okay, that's recorded workshops, webinars, live events, the ability to attend any and all those live workshops and webinars that we do monthly. We just did a red to green workshop webinar where we were going through and helping members that are any traders that are still struggling. We did a red to green workshop on how to get traders from red to green and go over some helpful tips to help them. And then we also have on November 28th, we're going to be doing our third Trader Palooza event. Trader Palooza is an all day long event where myself and the other moderators conduct 1 hour workshops on different trading topics. And we send out an itinerary to our members, and you can log in and log out based on the workshop you want to attend. So let's say at 10 a.m. you want to attend my workshop on risk management. And then at 1 p.m. you want to attend the Wolf's pot stock seminar. And then at 3 p.m. you want to attend swing trading with Jay Downing. Like, you can log in and log out throughout the course of the day and attend those workshops live. So that's our Trader Palooza event. That's going to be November 28th. That's just one of the many workshops and webinars that are included in those over 75 hours of additional content. Okay, guys, the daily access you get to our chat room, you guys can also private message me and the other moderators. Okay, that's part of your membership. You guys have complete access to us and the moderators in our chat room. Okay, so you guys can, if you have a question during the day, you're like, you want my opinion on a particular stock, you can DM me during the day and ask me. Okay, you guys have access to me and the other moderators in chat during the day. Now, everything that I just explained to you, okay, that is what you guys get when you join TTG full time. A normal 1 year membership would cost you $2,048 for the year, but tonight with coupon code TTG1120, that's right there at the bottom of your screen, you will get a 44% discount. That brings the price of a membership all the way down to $1,142. That is until midnight tonight. Okay, after midnight, the price goes up. Every 24-hour period in the month of November, the price goes up every 24-hour period. So right here, right now, with this coupon code is the cheapest that you're going to be able to join True Training Group for a full-time 1 year all-inclusive membership that includes everything that I just explained to you. Okay. Now the membership is normally $2,048. Right now you can get it for just $1,142. If all of those resources and premium services I told you that we bundled together included with your membership, if you bought those services on your own, okay, if you went and bought the Benzinga newsfeed and Squawk Box on your own, you went to Benzinga and bought it from them, that would cost you $1,188 for the year. That service alone would cost you more than your entire TTG membership that includes that service. If you went and got a real-time streaming level 1 and level 2, that's $990 for the year. If you got a trade simulator, that's $750 for the year. If you got the TradingView Pro charting software, you went to TradingView and signed up for their software, that's $720 for the year. Those services alone would cost you $3,648 for the year. These are some of the top premium services, resources, and tools that some of the most successful traders in the world use on a daily basis. They would cost you over $3,600 for the year. All of them are included for free with your membership that you can get right now for only $1,142 when you use coupon code TTG1120. The price will go up tomorrow. Do not wait for a Black Friday or Thanksgiving Day sale. I'm telling you guys this now. Every 24-hour period in the month of November, the price goes up a couple bucks. Okay, so use this coupon code and take advantage of this offer right here, right now, at before midnight. All right. You know what? How about this? We have a lot of people that are still on this live right now. We had a lot of people that are non-TTG members. Guys, let me tell you this. I'm about to do something I have never done before. I'm being serious. This is a first time ever. I've never done this before. Listen up. I've never done this before. But to show you all how much I believe in True Trading Group, how much I believe in the education that you will receive and what it will do for your trading, because I know what that education did for me and my trading, and I know what that education has done for our members' trading. I am so confident that if you put in the work, that this can and will work for you. Here is what I will offer you right here, right now. Anyone that is on the fence of joining True Trading Group, I'll make you a deal for tonight only. Just tonight. If you sign up right now with this coupon code, TTG1120, for that pre-mentioned offer, if you complete all of the courses, pass each of the exam, each course has an exam at the end, okay? If you get an 85% or higher on the exams, complete your one-on-one mentor session with one of our pro traders, really put in an effort. If in 1 year, that's your membership is 1 year. If in 1 year you have not made back your subscription cost at least once, I'm going to give you a complete money back guarantee. I just guaranteed your membership cost. So now you have nothing to lose except maybe an opportunity to become a consistently profitable trader. I'll say that to you again. Anyone that is on the fence, I've never done this before. I'm doing this tonight only by midnight. By midnight, if you sign up with coupon code TTG1120 and you go through all of the courses, score an 85 or higher on the exams, do your one-on-one mentor session, put in an effort. If you have not made back your membership fee, that's $1,142. If you have not made that back at least once in that year, I will give you guys a refund. That's how much I believe in the education that we provide in True Trading Group. That is how much I believe that you will become a consistently profitable trader by putting in the time, energy, and effort. I've never done this before. And we have a lot of new people on here tonight. And if some of you are on the fence, there it is. I'm covering your membership fee cost now. So what do you guys have to lose? Sign up here right now with coupon code TTG1120 and see what a professional education can do for your trading. I know what it did for mine. I know what it did for our members. The only question is, what can it do for you? Use coupon code TTG1120. Also, we are I think we're about 50% of the way there. Every 300 members that we get into Trading Group, I raffle off a Tesla or $30,000. We're about halfway there, okay? We're about 50% of the way there to raffle off the Tesla. So the next around 150 or 140 people that use coupon code TTG1120 will be included in that raffle, okay? All you need to do is be a member of True Trading Group and you're automatically included in the raffle to win the Tesla. If you win and you don't want the Tesla, the consolation prize is $30,000 if you don't want the Tesla, okay? A couple Sundays ago, we raffled off our first Tesla. It was a lot of fun. The winner actually took the $30,000, young 24-year-old kid from South Florida. I was so happy to do it. It was an amazing thing. I can't wait to do it again. We're over 50% of the way there. So I think it's like 140 people left that use this coupon code will be included in that raffle, okay? Previously every Friday, but now every Sunday, we give away 5 free laptops live, okay, for full TGD members. I told you guys that. We did that earlier today, early on the stream. So we're going to be doing that. And guys, listen, I told you guys about the money back guarantee, and you guys don't take advantage of this money back guarantee. You're crazy, okay? And the reason why I'm telling you you're crazy is because we have actually surveyed our True Trading Group members. 80% of them are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in 6 months. 80% of them, I'll say that again, 80% are making 7 to 10 times their fee back in 6 months. Not just making their fee back, 7 to 10 times the fee. So that means if you spend $1,142 tonight on that membership, you got an 80% chance of making at least $11,000 in the next 6 months. Well, I just told you, if you don't at least make $1,142 during your year, I'm going to refund you. So what do you guys have to lose? What do you have to lose? This isn't, a rhetorical question. I'm being serious. Okay. So use that coupon code TTG1120. I'm literally telling you that if you invested 1142, okay, you have an 80% chance to make 7 to 10 times your membership fee back in 6 months or less. And if you don't do it at least once, if you don't at least make your membership fee back in a year, I'm going to refund your money. And make sure you guys go through your courses, score an 85% on all the exams, do your one-on-one, really put in an effort. Okay, do all of those things. And if you still don't make at least $1,142 back in that first year, if you don't at least do that once, I'm going to give you guys a refund. Okay, that's how confident that I am in the education that you guys are going to be receiving as a member of True Training Group. All you guys have to do is be a member of TTG. Okay, the trial members, if you're part of that 7-day trial, not included. Okay, you're not included in the Tesla raffle. You're not included in the laptop giveaways. And obviously, you're not included in the money back guarantee unless you are a full-time member. All right. Well, guys, I'm also being told here by Shug. right now. I didn't know if we were going to be doing this or not tonight. I didn't know how many we still had left. But anyone that signs up here tonight now by midnight, not only are you going to get the 44% discount, not only are you going to get a free one-on-one, not only are you going to get a money-back guarantee, but I'm also going to give you guys a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. That is the perfect tool for you guys to trade on the go. And we're going to cover the shipping. Okay. I don't want you guys trying to because I told you, once you're a time member, you guys can use the mobile app. You'll be in chat. You can be in chat. You can listen to the audio analysis. You can get real-time push notifications whenever we enter and exit trades. And I don't want you to try to have to fumble around on your small phone screen to do that. So I'm going to send you guys, anyone that signs up by midnight tonight, I'm going to send you guys a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. Okay. And that can be your mobile trading tool where you guys can use the mobile app on and follow along and place all your trades. Okay. So you're going to get the free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. You're going to get that money back guarantee. You're going to get the free one-on-one mentor session, and you're going to get a 44% discount. That is for anyone that signs up here tonight by midnight with coupon code TTG1120. All right. You've got 1 hour and 17 minutes left to take advantage of that offer. That's something I've never done before. So take advantage of it because I'm only doing it until midnight tonight. All right. So like I said, guys, so if you guys are still not ready, if everything I just said to you is not enough, if you guys, I can't imagine, guys, the value that you're getting there is absolutely insane. But if you're still not ready, you guys, we do have still that 7-day trial for just a one-time payment of $3. Again, for that, you go to ttgthree.com. The URL is right there at the bottom of your screen. Okay. If you guys want to try us out for 7 days first, then you guys can get that 7-day trial for just $3. I can't give you guys, I can't guarantee that you guys will be in, you're not going to be included in that Tesla raffle and the laptop giveaways and everything else. But if you guys want to try us out for 7 days, you can. This is our version of the Black Friday sale, guys, all month. Okay. This is our version of Black Friday sale. This is how we do Black Friday for all of our months. All right. This is how we do it. This is how we're doing our Black Friday sale. All right. So you guys don't want to wait until the end of the month. I'm telling you guys this now. This is your time to take advantage of this coupon code TTG1120. All right. Does anybody have any questions about a membership? Does anybody have any questions about a membership? How many total members are there? We've got about like 2,800 members, I believe. Yes, Jeffrey Wu. As a trial member, you get alerts in the chat room. Yes. Wayne says, are most of the trades you alert day trades? No, Wayne, we do day trades and swing trades. So I'm a traditional day trader. I also do swing trade. We have Jay Downing, who only swing trades. We have Chris Toner, who trades options, but he does day trades and swing trades. You've got the Wolf, who mostly trades options and cannabis stocks. He does day trades and swing trades. So we day trade and swing trade in chat. Guys, look at this. Money Trade says, guys, I started in July and I made my fee back in less than a month. And I started with only a $300 account. And every day I'm growing it now because of TTG. Sanjay Gautam says, do you use traditional technical analysis or some algo based? I do not use any algorithm based technical analysis. All my technical analysis is done through myself. I do not use algorithms to give me trade alerts. Yes, Yaqueen Dennis says, are there any reviews that I can see? Guys, you can go to trade. You can go to Trustpilot. We are 5-star rated on Trustpilot. We've got like 650 reviews. Maybe we can post the link in chat. If you guys want to, maybe I can get somebody to post our Trustpilot link in the chat for you guys can go check out our reviews on Trustpilot. Yeah, William Robson. Guys, here, listen up. Anyone that's here, guys, listen up. My TTG fam, if any of my TTG members that are still on the live, if you guys want to comment like 2 or 3 sentences right now, just for people that are on the fence in chat, comment to them, give them a quick little review or testimonial on what your experience has been like and what TTG has done for you, just so some people that are on the fence, so they have an idea. But then I said, you guys can also go to Trustpilot and look at our reviews on Trustpilot. We got like 650 reviews on Trustpilot, 5-star rated, guys. But I'll let some people comment in chat, maybe that are members, just to give you guys an idea. Ryan Zemer says, is it worth it if long bias only non-options? Yeah, Ryan, we trade everything. Like we go long, we go short, we trade stocks, we trade options. We are the definition of a diversified trading group. And I specifically got, when we put TTG together, the moderators that I brought in, the professional traders that I brought in to moderate this room, we all have different styles. We all trade different things. And I did that specifically. This is not like a follow the leader type of room. You're not being taught any gimmicks. This is something that you are going to learn a professional education. Okay. Again, guys, this is a simplified version of the education I received when I worked at a hedge fund. Same education. Here, I'll show you guys. I have my awards right here. Here's my Trader of the Year award. Okay, here it is. There's my Trader of the Year award. Okay, I got it in 2008. Okay, but none of that would have been possible if it wasn't for the education that I received while I worked at that fund. You are getting a simplified version of that education. The difference between a gimmick and a professional education is a professional education can be applied to various trading styles, multiple asset classes, whether you trade stocks, options, futures, You're trading ETFs. You're trading small caps, mid caps, large caps. If you're if you're a day trader, a swing trader, if you're an aggressive trader, a conservative trader, if you're a trend continuation trader, if you're a trend reversal trader, okay, if you're a channel trader, no matter the style that you implement, a professional education can be applied across all of them because it's real. You're not learning a gimmick. A gimmick will only work if you do this one thing this way, this style, this type of stock, this type of move, this type of. It's like you're not really learning how to trade. You're learning someone's like little gimmick. They're like, ooh, I found the secret in the market. No, okay. There's no secrets. There's no special strategy. Okay. The only thing there is a professional education. That's what I got when I worked at a hedge fund. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught. Okay, so I give you guys a simplified version of the education I received when I worked at the hedge fund. That's what you guys are getting when you join TGD, coupon code TGD1120. Guys, I'm telling you right now, spend the time, go through the courses, okay? Go through all the courses, take the exams, get an 85 or higher on the exams, do your one-on-one with one of the pro traders. If you have still not made back your membership fee at least once in that year, I'm going to give you guys a full refund. So what do you guys have to lose? Guys, look at this here. Ernest says, Michael Edward, I just wanted to say thank you, Adam Wolf, and all the other mods and members. Made my membership back in 4 hours from 2 trades that Mike suggested and went over in chat. There it is. Ernest made his membership fee back in 4 hours. Okay, Rob says, it's no gimmick. I started 2 weeks ago with a $550 account, and it's up by almost 25%. Marcos says, the course alone is worth the membership fee, and to have 4 professionals be with you every day live, that is priceless. Reed says, I started 3 months ago on a PDT rule, 3 trades every 5 days, and now I've been taught to hit A+ setups. Now I trade full time because of Mike and the mods at TTG. Reed, yes. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Jamie says, I made 7 times my membership fee in 1 day. Are you kidding me? Guys, listen to what the members are telling you. Listen to what the members are telling you. This isn't even me saying this anymore. These are members telling you guys. These are members giving you guys their experiences. Okay, these are members giving you their experiences. And like I said, then you guys can go to Trustpilot, check out our reviews. All right. Walter Thomas, I made my subscription back in 2 weeks. Swing trading green consistently now. The courses are amazing. Look at guys. It goes on and on. It goes, and this is not a game. This is what happens when you get a professional education. This is what happens. Okay. You're not dumb people. Okay. You're intelligent people. It's not that you're failing at trading because you're stupid or you don't know what or it's like, you can't do this. You're failing because you just haven't been taught yet. That's all. You just haven't been taught. That's it. That's why you're failing. No one has taught you how to do it. If nobody ever taught you how to drive a car, would you have just gotten in the car and not crashed into a wall? If nobody taught you how to swim, would you have just jumped in the ocean and just sunk to the bottom of the floor? You have to be taught how to do things so that you could learn and then excel and succeed at it. How many of you work at a job right now that if no one taught you how to do the job, you would have failed? You're failing at this because no one ever taught you, not because you can't do it. You just don't know how. If my parents never showed me how to tie my shoes, I would have never learned how to tie my shoes. I'm your parent right now showing you how to tie your shoes. And I might tie the shoe for you for the first couple of days, but eventually you're going to tie your own damn shoes. And that is exactly what all of my TGD family members are doing now. Because in the beginning, they get the education, they follow my trades, they learn, but then eventually they start making their own trades. And that's because a professional education can take you to where I'm not giving you a fish. I'm teaching you how to fish. And that's a difference between a professional education and a gimmick. A gimmick, follow the leader. A professional education, learn to stand on your own 2 feet and be responsible for your own financial freedom. That's what a professional education can do for you. That's what I'm offering you with coupon code TGD1120. Get your butts in chat. We got a big week. Cannabis earnings are on deck. NIO earnings are on deck. I'm going to be trading the EV stocks. Jason the Wolf is going to be trading the cannabis stocks. There's going to be tremendous opportunity in chat this week. Just be there. That's it. Just be there. Use coupon code THD1120, guys. Otherwise, again, like I said, we do have that 7-day trial. For that, go to ttgthree.com, and I'll see you guys in chat. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you have not done so already, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and smash that like button. Show me how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort that goes into all of these live streams. I love you guys. I hope this live stream helped. I will hope to see all of you in chat tomorrow, and we're going to start the week off right. We're going to kick some ass, take some names, lock in some profits, and start the week off on the right foot. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone. Until later.